Hi, my beautiful Pisces, sun, moon, or rising. Those intuitively guided, those in love with the Pisces, whatever brought you to the reading, welcome. So happy you're here. I'm just going to take a moment and I want to go over my membership program just to clarify a few things. Certain people think that they're ending up in one level, and so let me just very quickly go through it. There is a join button right below the video where you can click on that. It doesn't commit you to anything, it just shows you. But there's 3 tiers. Tier 1 is $2.99, and that's just thank you for your work, Sandy, and I thank you. Tier 2 is $9.99, and that includes weekly videos just for the group, and tarot lessons. I've been combining a lot of them, teaching as I go. So a lot of people have asked me to do that, and I've put it off and put it off, but it's time. And then tier 3 is all that, and then we do live readings once a week. Usually I do them on Thursdays, Thursday 6 p.m. But I go with what the group, what's best for the group, what the group can do. So those are the different membership programs. The live readings, they're really, we just really get to know each other, and you can really ask anything. It's not just yes or no's. It's just, whatever you want to ask. I leave that open. So anyways, those are the 3 tiers within the membership program. The membership program will not affect my channel. I just want you to know that. And also one other, something else I wanted to tell you about is I invited my daughter onto my channel. She has her own channel, Jenny Love Tarot. But I invited her onto my channel to do live readings for you guys, because I don't have the opportunity to do that as much as I would like to. But, she's a great reader, and she reads a lot like I do. So I thought, well, it'd be good for all. It'd be good for all, because she could certainly use the support at this time too. So, but it will be clear, if it's going live, she'll put, Jenny Love Tarot or Sandy's daughter or something, you'll know. But anyways, so, and that can be anytime. I hope she does them often, because I'd love for you guys to have as much as you can from the channel. Don't forget to check out the playlist. There's your numerology in there, like your life path numbers, your personal year numbers. There's past life readings in there, which I find the most interesting. I love doing them. Twin flame readings. There's all kinds of readings. So, and many of them are timeless. It'll call you. You'll know. You know what I mean? Trust your intuition. So anyway, there's lots of resources for you, and I do it for you, because I appreciate you so much. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. No more talking, at least about outside of you. We're going to use our 3 decks. Mother Mary is going to give us our words of wisdom. The crystal vision we're going to use for a clarifier. And again, I apologize. I know that starts with an I. I don't have a lot of the boxes of my, I've had this deck for a long time, and I've moved a few times. So, how you eliminate. I don't have the box for them. They traveled in my wooden recipe box that I keep my tarot that normally is right here. So anyways, they're going to be your main spread. All right. This is for October 2022. I don't even know if I said that. Some people are going to cut me off just because I've already talked too long. There's not much patience in the world. Okay, well, I feel like that is your card. All right. We have honesty. Actually, let me bring this down a little bit. Honesty. I am in touch with my true feelings regarding this situation. I am in touch with my true feelings regarding this situation. Honesty. Okay, we'll read it at the end from the book. All my cards are pre-shuffled, by the way, but I do like to shuffle once I have you here. Alright, let's give them a cut. And let's begin. Alright, so we open with the Four of Pentacles. This can talk about your foundation, your financial foundation. Can sometimes be the energy of, like, how do I say this, like resisting other people's ideas, you know what I mean? Like it's like I'm not open to other ideas. I'm holding on to my own. Now, maybe you're meant to, but I feel like for some, you know, it's because this person feels very closed, almost like they need to open up a little. All right, we have the High Priestess. It's your intuition, your GPS. You know, how do I navigate this world? Your intuition. It's like the GPS in your car. And then we have the Princess of Cups. Interesting. You know, I believe that this is a Pisces card, but this is about, the Princess of Cups is about receiving a cup, right? The night is really, we don't see the night because we don't know the night is coming. That's what the princess, you know, she doesn't expect that this cup is coming her way, but nonetheless it does. It is some type of, you know, emotional fulfillment. That may be why I felt a little bit of resistance in the beginning. You know, but then the High Priestess is like, you know, your higher self saying, you know, when this comes in, because it is coming in, trust your intuition. Like, don't shut it down. Don't shut it down just because, right? Because of what was. I don't know. Interesting. I just took it off the top. I don't know why. And we have the Wheel. I forgot that I was even shuffling the cards, and I just grabbed the top card, which is, you know, I don't think anything, like, I didn't realize I was doing it, but I don't think it's a mistake. I felt like that's exactly what I was meant to do. So this is talking about destiny. Something is coming towards you that's, you know, it's already written in your fabric of time. You know, every time I see the Wheel, I think sometimes I'm at the top, sometimes I'm at the bottom. That's just life, right? Sometimes I'm at the bottom, but I'm climbing my way up to the top. And when I'm at the top, I'm really appreciating that top because I've been at the bottom. You know, it does look like someone did have a fall. You know, I don't know, it was like, I feel like a fall from grace, but that's probably not the right thing. I just feel like someone did, you know, someone was at the top and did have a fall. Now, I don't know if that was you. I don't know if it was, you know, what's ever coming towards you. And, you know, it may be the recovery of that at the same time. But I do see that. But so is life, right? Like, we just gotta know that. Okay, interesting. I see the 2 cups, but I see it in reverse. All right, we have a lot of cards. We're going to take them. So we have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords. It's in reverse. And then we have the Two of Cups, which is a soulmate, which is what I'm sure this princess is about to receive. But it is in reverse. This could talk about a relationship that once was, and, you know, it became toxic. Listen, we could be deeply in love, but situations sometimes outside of our control can throw us in a tizzy, right? And next thing you know, the person we loved the most just, you know, life got in the way. It doesn't have to stay that way, though, because sometimes it's just the realization of, okay, I get it. But anyways, this Five of Swords it talks about the toxicity that's around you. It's interesting, though, because it's a 5 and it talks about change. But because it's reversed, I almost feel like I'm being resistant. I feel like that's why, because I don't really read the Four of Pentacles very often as a resistant type energy, but I could feel it. Now, I know that's not everyone, but there's some out there. There's some out there. And what am I resistant to? Well, the Two of Cups. But it's coming under the High Priestess. You know, how do I say this? You know, I feel like sometimes I can want something my way so badly that I resist any other way. And my way feels like the right way. And maybe your way is one of the right ways, but I feel like there's other ways also. Now, don't do anything you don't want to do. But I feel like there is some resistance, right? There's some type of resistance. And, you know, it's connected to this Five of Swords. So it's almost like I'm resisting to see the toxicity. Maybe even within myself. This can talk about communication that just kind of went haywire. I don't know what word I'm looking for. All right. We have the Hangman. Interesting. It's like the Hangman is now coming under this Princess of Cups, who was just about to receive something unexpectedly, but then here's the Hangman. Just wait a minute. We have the Empress. Under the wheel. We have the Princess of Pentacles. Move these up a little bit. Wow, we got like a full spread that came out. We have Justice. Card Libra. Usually speaks about cutting of ties of some type. Can represent a divorce. Someone may be resistant in giving a divorce, or almost like divorce may have like come up on the table. You know, if that's the case, because I feel like there's a relationship here that can totally be saved. I really feel that. Excuse me one second. Okay, right back. So anyways, I think I was saying that I feel like there's like a relationship that really has the potential of being saved. Now, I don't know if you're together, like, living together or not. I do feel like, there's some realizations that need to happen, that type of thing. And I do feel like there's someone who is saying, almost like putting a hold on love, putting a hold on, and listen, it may just be for the time. But again, well, I feel like it does put a time on it. Almost like I'm saying, I'm learning how to live in the Empress's energy. And before I can really benefit, is that the right word? Enjoy, experience this energy that's coming toward you. Being in the Empress's energy would be the perfect energy, right? It is the perfect timing when you're in the Empress's energy, because, you're in, it's like the Empress definitely reflects back. She's learned from her past, right? But she doesn't allow life to make her hard or cold. She's quite the opposite. She's loving and she's nurturing. She's strong and she's powerful. She's a mix of all the queens. She's walked all the queens' path. She can be the mother figure. Why? Because she's wise, creative. This is someone who, I feel like, I've reached this point where I don't allow fear to interrupt the flow, the natural flow, because this is a soulmate. And to me, it means it's meant to come in. But listen, I don't know, like, I almost feel like it's like I feel like, one relationship being saved, and I feel like another, it's not that I'm saying no, but I feel like I don't know that I'm ready. Now, I feel this Four of Pentacles and this Five of Swords are energies that do need to be looked at, especially with the Page of Pentacles. There's a lot of wisdom to be gained from that energy. And, if I'm trying to build a strong foundation for myself, the Page of Pentacles, this is the Princess of Pentacles, is the perfect energy for that. The equal 9, by the way, which is all about reflection. I'm not reflecting to judge myself, even though we do have justice here. But it's not to judge. It's to see it, the truth, right? Be honest with myself and expect honesty from others at the same time. But I need to be honest with myself, too. And I feel someone in the Four of Pentacles, like, I feel you'll come around, but I do feel the resistant, almost resistant to other ideas. Maybe I'm starting not to believe that in destiny and that type of energy. And interesting if that is you. And then here is this Two of Cups. And I felt within this wheel, like, something that was written in the fabric of your time, in this lifetime. Wow. Hello, Star. Card of Aquarius. I got goosebumps. Card of Aquarius. What's wrong with me? What am I trying to say? Oh, this is about your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes. This is about manifesting them. And interesting that the Hangman's right above it, right? And then we have the Three of Cups. Well, I feel like, how we enter the reading is not how we leave the reading. And what I mean by that is I can feel like here is the let's just say the resistant type energy, or when maybe, you know, we or they fell from, you know, the wheel from grace. I feel that over here. I feel the effect of that. But nonetheless, listen, for some of you, I do feel like this soulmate already exists, but for others, this is something that is completely unexpected. And I do feel like some are saying, you know, when it comes, well, I feel like your plan is to first be that Empress energy. But let me tell you something. That's your plan. It doesn't mean it's going to happen that way. And I feel like maybe that's what the Four of Pentacles is talking about. Like, you know, I'm putting a hold to something because I want to reach a certain vibration, let's say. But, you know, the universe has something else in store for you. You can say no. You know, and then interesting, the star, right? This is about your dreams, your hopes, and your wishes. And then it gives you a reason to celebrate. So we leave the reading, well, we're not done, but the last card in this spread is the energy of joy and celebration. And it's in a beautiful line of the Empress and the Wheel, especially with the star right next to it. You know, I kind of feel like the Hangman, you know, we'll look as we clarify, but I have a feeling this Hangman's going to turn around. But let's see. Well, hello, lovers. What are you doing here? Card of Gemini. We have the Eight of Pentacles below that, and the Moon below that, your card. I think before we're done, we'll throw a card or two over. Well, let's start there. Let's look at the Lovers. You know, it's interesting because here, they look like they're in agony. And that's not normally what you see. It's almost like the devil's influence over the Lover's card. Why is that? It's funny, I haven't used this deck in a while. But there they are, right? A lot of flame. Listen, you know, could have been passion that turned into anger. May have been one-sided. It's interesting because it looks like the female's like wide open to it, but the male almost like he's, I don't know. But there's an angel overseeing it. All right. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And what I'm really looking at is the Lovers. We have the Strength card. We have the Six of Swords. And we have the Queen of Swords. All right. what it's making me feel like is, who's ever in this Lovers, which must be one half you, and that may be why we saw the moon there. It feels to me like, here's these two people. They're naked. They are being their authentic self. It's like they do know each other that well. Whether I don't know. It's just like, knowing someone's soul type of energy. It does feel like there's angst in it, in this energy, and I don't normally feel that, but I feel like almost like an influence of something darker, let's just say. Now, when we come down here, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Well, the Seven of Pentacles is your seed soul, your soul seed of intentions. This is your tree, like your tree of life. To me, this is about like certain experiences that are meant to happen. And, sometimes, sometimes they're difficult, yes, but it's because our soul wants to learn. Our soul wants to learn. But anyways, I feel like, so I do feel like there was a separation here. Because we have the Six of Swords here, I do feel like there is some type of separation. And it may have been you. I don't know. And listen, let's say these two people were never even together. It could still be like the walking away from a relationship. Maybe it's just what you felt like you had to do. And maybe you did. Sometimes we do need to walk away. You know what I mean? But it doesn't mean that something can't come back together. I know it. I've lived it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I guess that's a personal choice. Okay, but because it's a little closer idea. First of all, Gemini. I don't know if I said that. We do have Leo with the Strength card. Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, I have a feeling it's you because you got the card Honesty. And that's important to the Queen of Swords. Like, I can't live without it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it throws me off course if I don't have it, if I can't trust. So I do feel like she walks away. Now, she's walking away from a pretty cold type situation. She's in the snow. Her swords are down. That means that she's reflected upon that Five of Swords, the toxicity. Still doesn't mean that it wasn't meant to be. Sometimes maybe some things are meant not so early, and then somehow they come together early and they don't work out, or maybe that's exactly what's meant to happen. Okay, let's keep going. Look at that, the wheel. So now we got the wheel on both sides. We have the Five of Swords coming over the High Priestess. The intuition. I feel like if nothing else, this is giving that Five of Swords a look at through your spiritual being. With your spiritual eyes. Your spiritual understanding. Like, I'm looking at it, again, not in a judgmental way. Again, I'm feeling the imbalance like something became imbalanced. Then we have the Unknown card coming over this Princess of Cups. Wow. To me, this is the High Priestess. But this is when I cannot see the future, right? But maybe I'm not meant to. It's interesting. She's got a mood ring on. And I remember when I was a teenager, I always wore my mood ring. I feel like, it's almost like I feel like someone is just not feeling like they're in a good place. Like they feel like, and I feel like a lot of people are going through this right now. Listen, there are, if I'm correct, 8 planets in retrograde. But that's changing early in the season, but it's going to take time. I feel like if I'm looking for a guarantee in something, I'm not going to get that. But what I am going to get is the understanding in my ability to manifest the type of life I want to. It's almost like I have this realization that the higher my vibration, the higher that will come into me. And that is true. However, some things I feel like are just meant to be. And I feel like it's talking about this energy here. 2 of Cups I'm looking at. Maybe the Lovers. Forget where I was going with that. We have the 6 of Pentacles. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles. Interesting. I feel like there may be someone who was with someone in their earlier days. And I felt this a little bit earlier, but I didn't say anything. I don't know why. And I feel like it may talk about 2 people who were together who, I do feel like it's like they know each other's soul. But their courses took different. Their past took different courses. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Because I feel like one may have gone off to school. Maybe gone to college. And maybe the other one didn't. I don't know. But I do feel like, the separation. Because their life's going that way and your life is going this way. And in a way, I'm kind of glad, because I feel like whatever you're learning here is so important. Because here's the 9 of Pentacles. This talks about success. This talks about independence. Someone is definitely trying to find their independent nature, their independence. With the Empress and the 9 of Pentacles mirroring each other. This is great energy with the wheel, especially above that. Taking the knowledge, the wisdom you already have. And, if you're worried about your foundation, especially financially, this is great energy of creating and therefore something becoming a success. And then you have the 6 of Pentacles above that, which is a very charitable type energy. It's the art of give and take in the 6 of Pentacles. Sometimes I am giving more. Like in a relationship, we want it to be, 50-50. But sometimes it's 60-40, right? Sometimes the other's down and the other one isn't. Right? The energies may not be even, but we help to even each other out. Listen, maybe we were too young to even understand any of that. So this may be something that's coming back around, whether you expect it or not. Because again, this princess, she doesn't really expect it. But do I think that she wishes for it? Yes. All right, let's keep going. I feel like, interesting, Two of Wands now coming over the Two of Cups, but the Two of Wands in the upright, and I feel like, what I feel like is, like, it's important to me to feel independent within myself before at least this is my plan, right? To be independent for myself, within myself, before I start to invite, let's just say, love into my life. Six of Wands. Well, it's almost as good as the Hangman coming in reverse. This is the energy of victory. Listen, I feel like there's someone coming in. I feel like listen, you're one or the other. And I feel like, unless you're, you may be another story, but I feel like here, like, there's someone coming in. I can't really plan for it because I can't really even tell you when, even though I have the wheel here for 2, right? And I have the Two of Cups, and I have the Lovers, right? So, like, the wheel is coming. The wheel's moving. So I feel like what it's doing is it's moving your plans. Like, like, I have this plan. And that may again come back to where I felt that resistance. But I feel like this Two of Cups energy may come in before your plan is set. But listen, nonetheless, the Nine of Pentacles is coming before the Two of Wands. So you are feeling strong within yourself. That's true. You are feeling strong within yourself. Let's keep going. Let's see. Whoa. All right. In the upright, well, look at this. The Emperor and the Empress. Together. The Empress and the Emperor. Together. The natural pairing. This is 2 people coming to the table in a pretty high vibration. 2 people. I have to say, if anyone is thinking about business ownership or questioning it, this is fantastic energy for that. But wow, we have the Emperor and the Empress, and I know what I was going to say, so I feel like this soulmate energy comes in. I feel like the soulmate's energy is going to be very alluring, right? Like, I have a plan in place, mister. Back off, don't mess with my plan, right? I'm being resistant because I want my plan to be in place. Because I'm starting to understand that when I'm in a higher vibration, therefore, I bring in a higher vibration. However, this is, I feel like, something that's written in your fabric of your time. So I feel like I may tell someone, no, go away. I don't think so. Maybe not right now, but I feel like this is someone who will pursue. I do feel like they will pursue. And not only that, but do I love that the matching, the Emperor and the Empress are together and on the wheel. And what's below that? Celebrating it. We have, interesting, the Six of Cups. So here's that energy of potentially someone from the past. But if it is someone from the past, I'm not thinking about if there was hardships. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about things that make me feel good, that bring my heart, I don't know, soulless, like, they're treasure type memories. And it's interesting, again, this could even be someone you've gone, like, when you were in college. Maybe it was even a short little thing. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta stop saying I don't know. I know it drives people crazy, but I can't stop saying it. Look at this with the High Priestess. So we have a lot of synchronicities, first of all, because we have the High Priestess right here. We have the Wheel here, the Wheel here, the Empress and the Emperor together. High Priestess is coming over justice. And then the only card that didn't turn around was the Death card. That is the card of Scorpio. And it's a card of closing doors of the past. Closing the door. Because sometimes a new door cannot open without the door behind it being closed. It like creates a draft. You know what I mean? What they call that? Like there's a certain draft that's created. So the new door can't open. Maybe it can just squeak open just enough where you start to feel the energy of it. But this talks about a rebirth. I'm not closing the door just to close the door. I'm closing the door so that I can invite new into my life. Even if it's with someone old, right? New experiences. I want to see what the world has for me. Coming right over the star. So, interesting that the Death card's mirrored by the Unknown card, and it's like the High Priestess. But listen, some of you, it could just simply say that you're not trusting your intuition, and you're basing that on what maybe you would call mistakes of the past, but maybe they were all meant to happen. Maybe they were all meant to happen because it's created who you are now. You're like, but Sandy, the challenges, yes. But, you know, the Seven of Pentacles tells me that your soul says, I can handle it. We can handle it. Two wheels. I feel like it's like matching. It's like two people setting their clocks to a certain time. All right, let's get our last one and see if we need anything. I don't know. I feel like it's so clear. Look at that, the Ace of Swords. Wow. Maybe this is something's coming in the form of communication. You know what I love is the last card matches honesty. So I feel like any communication that's coming in, it's coming within truth. It just feels so clear. Even though I feel quite a few different stories within this reading, it's funny how they're all still similar. All right. I think before we go, we're just going to look at the Emperor and the Empress. And we have the Three of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands can be in Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We do have the Emperor right there, card of Aries. But it certainly doesn't have to be. Three of Cups, you know, listen, I feel like this is more about it can certainly be this queen, but I also feel this is about the energy of the Queen of Wands. And this is someone who, you know, especially coming over the Emperor and the Empress, this is someone who, you know, she lives her life according to her desires, her passions, you know, what feels right. If it feels right, I go. And I kind of feel like that's what's happening. Now, I feel like some of you, like, again, it's like I want to get my vibration to a certain place. And listen, maybe that's exactly how it happens. But I still think something comes in before you've reached what you feel is your mountaintop, let's just say. But nonetheless, the Empress and the Emperor, hello. Nine of Pentacles is mirroring them. Two people could own their own business. Two people who could be in the same type of business, same types of interest. They really are the power couple. And listen, I feel like they are the Two of Cups, or they are the Lovers. They are. They are. Okay. Look at this. We have the World on the bottom of the deck. So the next portal is opening up. All right, let's read honesty. Honesty. You received this card in answer to your question because Mother Mary sees a need for self-honesty if you are to proceed. What do you have to admit to yourself about your current situation? When you think about it, what feelings arise? Why? It's important to take stock of your emotions and thoughts about anything that confuses or annoys you. Otherwise, you're reacting instead of taking charge. Although the ego is threatened by looking deeper, it's an essential component of healing this situation. This card guides you to take some time to evaluate and understand your feelings. Remember, you are entitled to them, and they are neither right nor wrong. Very often, your feelings are the voices of angels delivering God's guidance to you. Wow. Beautiful. I'm going to leave it there, guys. I feel like there was many stories within a story. So your comments will definitely help fill me in. Just looking what was under the World, Two of Pentacles. It's interesting because the Lover is a head over heart decision. And maybe one time I had to make that, and I decided to follow, my path, to build my own foundation, my own success. And it may be something just feels like it's coming full circle. All I know is there's two wheels here, and they're on both sides. So, I don't know. Use your own intuition. Can't wait for your comments. I love you guys. I'm going to stop talking. I will see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.